Andy and Tasha. Hi. It's 7:23. We're gonna top out today at 40 here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, USA. What's the forecast in Paris, France, Patrick?
Very, 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 very sunny. It's like 80 degrees Fahrenheit, if I still understand what Fahrenheit means.
No, when I was in Europe, we would be on like a charter bus thing a lot, and it would tell the time and the temperature. And there were a lot of times I'd look up and it'd say like 32, and I'm like, oh my gosh, but it was like not Fahrenheit.
32 is
And
not, 32 is great, actually. 32 is like a summer temperature. Well, it's sunny. It has been sunny since the beginning of the lockdown. I don't know if it's luckily or unfortunately because we're locked down. So there's like this FOMO kind of situation where we're missing out this weather because we're locked down. But at the same time, it's good. So when we look outside, we're not depressed.
I don't know, man. Because we've had a mix of both. We've had a few days that were awesome since this started, but we've had mostly not awesome weather. I don't know. It's been about 50. The last week's been kind of not awesome. Like starting tomorrow, it's going to get better. But yeah, I don't know. That if it was just like around 75, 80 every day outside, and like the best I can do is like go up to the roof and hang out on my building like you are.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing pretty much is like I'm working from outside. Well, I have a small little balcony. As you know, Tasha, all the Europeans are very proud of their balconies.
yes, yes. Like, did you see that meme going around, Andy, where it's like, we get it, Europe. You all have balconies.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because it's not something that everybody has here. Yeah, it's a very small, tiny little city, and it's very old as well. So all buildings didn't really have balconies. So whenever you have balcony, you like try to make it like you show it.
I guess I would have thought just from like the architecture I've seen in pictures and stuff, like most buildings have balconies, or am I just thinking of windows people would hang out of? And
Yeah, there are mainly windows people would hang out of, and like very little tiny balconies where you can just like put like a foot outside, but you cannot put a chair or a table.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in Paris for your lockdown, you guys like can't even just go for a walk or whatever. You're like really
Should
just.
should we before we do that, should we actually say who we're talking to, Tosh?
Oh,
That'd probably
I
be good.
just figured people knew.
We are Skyping with who we have called our French fan Patrick. He is not make believe. Uh Started like out of nowhere, we get a message on, was it an email or a message? I think the first contact you had with us was an email.
At the first beginning, it was a message on the phone. I texted you on your number, but that was like into January 2015, and then I realized. Then you gave me your the email because you thought, and actually I realized that it cost me a lot.
Yeah, a text from Paris to here probably does cost a pretty penny. Yeah.
Exactly. So then we switched to emails, but that was like the next day or something.
Yeah. Okay. So you lived here in this area for a while.
Exactly. So I actually lived in 2012, 2013 in Brookings. I was part of the engineering team that built a cheese plant. I don't know if we can like say the name of the cheese plant or the
I
brand.
don't care.
You don't care. Okay, so it's Bell Brands USA that produces mini Baby Bell cheese, the round cheese with wax. I don't know if you know it. So I was part of the engineering team that built the cheese plant because of the increasing demand of the market of the US for that product. So that's what made me come here. I lived here for 2 years, there for 2 years, 2012 and 13, and then I came back to Paris and to Egypt as well. I went for another mission to Egypt.
Okay. So
They like cheese in Egypt too.
Yeah, but it's for a different brand, the Laughing Cow. They do,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they do.
is there any place that doesn't like cheese, honestly? I mean,
Well, when
Well,
I
it
was in
depends.
Paris, they gave us a whole course at dinner that was all just different cheeses. So they really like cheese.
Exactly, but then it depends on to who you're talking to. Because if you talk to a French person, a mini Baby Bell or a Laughing Cow is not really cheese. It's not as
No.
long as it's not stinky and walking on the table because of all the microorganisms living in it. It's not cheese.
we did crack the cover trivia with what was it, Limburger?
Whatever the really stinky cheese is. Yeah.
It was a pretty stinky one. And
it tasted good though.
It smells like feet and it tastes great. Like I was amazed how good it tasted. But yeah. Okay. So then so you lived up in Brookings for a couple of years. You listened to us while you were here.
Driving to work. Yeah, exactly.
And then randomly started messaging us, and so you still listen from time to time in the afternoon there, morning here.
Exactly.
And
so when you're
lately just stuck at home and whatever.
Yeah. Well, I try to keep it. I try to keep a good frequency of listening to you. But yeah, when your show ends, actually, it's happy hour. It's 5 p.m. here in fact.
Oh, so we're like your pregame, basically. That's awesome. I
like that happy hour is 5 p.m. no matter where you are. Like, you know,
an international thing. Okay, well, it's 7:29. We are gonna talk more with Patrick coming up. We've got Dirt on the way. We've got 5 Seconds Cash coming up. Lots of stuff. Hang on.